Hello. Hi, ladies. Hi, gentlemen. Hi, family. How y'all doing? Get in here, get in here, get in here. Happy Friday, TGIF. Dog on it. We got to talk about what done went on, honey. Bethenny Frankel and Nene Leakes done sat down and had a conversation, and y'all know I got my notebook. So come on, hit the like button, get comfortable. Let's do this thing. Ain't no two ways about it. We got to get it done. So much was covered, so much was said. Oh my. So y'all come in and sit down, get comfortable. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button as you come in. Share this video because somebody else might want to talk about this too. And I want their feedback too. So share this video, like this video. Y'all, let's go. Let's get into it. How is everybody doing on this wonderful Friday? I hope Friday finds you well. I hope that everyone is blessed. And if it's not a good day, I hope that you pray about it and it becomes a good day. How about that? Now, let me greet everybody who's here, and I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit before we get into this podcast interview with Bethenny Frankel and Nene Leakes. All right, Miss Thelma, you in the house? Hey, girl. How you doing, Lady E? Good to see you. Hello, hello. I'm glad you caught alive, too. Vita Worship is here. Hey, boo. From Denver. All right, Jackie Gaines, my good sis, is in the house. She says she hope everybody having a blessed day. Me too, sis. Me too. All right, we got my beautiful niece, Couture Bay. Hey, gorgeous. How are you? All right, I'm glad you're here. Nacho Twins Mama is in the house. She asking y'all to please, please, please hit the like button. Help your girl out. You know that's how y'all help me. You know I don't never do nothing I'm supposed to do with these people because I don't trust them. So I'm trusting y'all to hit that like button. Hey, Patricia Joaquin, you gave your like as you climbed up on the porch. Okay, get comfortable, sis. Get comfortable, Miss Tampa, because we got a lot to cover, honey. This was a 2-part interview. I guess Bethenny said if Carlos can do it, I can do it better. Hey, Fresh Strawberries, how you doing? It's good to see you. Ray all day in the house. That's my sis. What's happening, boo? DS is here to make sure that she mans that reflection corner. Girl, I got to tell y'all about that. Wait a minute, because I think I was talking to our Royal Crown Ambassador, our good sis, who is also our head of hospitality. She had me laughing about that corner. Hey, T to the fourth power, Daniels. Hello, how are you? Hey, Tip, Tiffany GT. This pretty girl is in the porch. She was like number 14. I know. I know everybody else should be having, their like number too. I hope you know your like number. I like that. You ready to hear about the podcast? Oh, you gonna hear my thoughts? You know I got plenty of them, and I want to hear y'all's too. Hey, Dana Cutler, what's going on, Miss Steelers Nation? Hello, hello. Cool Gamer is here, always cool and always in the building. Shani, how you doing, sis? Good to see you. Forever 21, my good sis, another Florida girl on the porch. Ashley, hey, boo. Where is my Michael? Where is my Michael? You know I be looking for my baby. Hey, Virgin Love, how are you? Hey there, hey there. Listen, Couture Bay, I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed it immensely. Ashley, they was acting up on the porch. I was behaving myself very well. Hey, D. Seratinas, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Yes. Just refusing to go in the corner. That's how bad they were yesterday. It was unruly up in here. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind if the family get a little rowdy. But let me tell y'all about this corner business. Because y'all know yesterday the corner was on overflow. Everybody was cutting up, acting the food. I mean, cutting good food yesterday. I mean, cutting food like sugar cane yesterday is what they was doing. Hey, happy to be happy, girl. And so the corner was full. I was telling them get folding chairs for the overflow on the corner. So I was laughing with our good sister, Royal Crown Ambassador, my baby sister, Verdana. Okay. And she told me, now y'all tell me if y'all done heard this, because y'all know I get a good laugh when people imitate me on this platform. I was told by my baby sister that somebody had the nerve to be trying to send people to the corner. I said, girl, get out of town with that foolishness. I say, you mean to tell me everything I do? So if I say, okay, let's take a break and put horse crap on our heads, somebody gonna do that too? Have y'all heard about these people trying to imitate our reflection corner over here? Like, what is really going on? Cause y'all know the royal family, y'all know we sit on our porch, we drink our cool drinks, our daiquiris, our margaritas, our iced tea. Okay, we eat our chicken wings and snacks and things, and we don't bother nobody. This is the grown folks come. This the grown folks porch over here. Like we don't engage in none of the reindeer games, honey. We sit over here. Grown people have grown conversations about grown topics, and we talk about what we talk about. We're gonna crack a joke here and there, but we keep it clean. We keep it respectful. We don't bother nobody, and we don't get involved in nobody's foolishness. But I say, wait a minute. You mean to tell me they coming over here to copy the aunties? If D Churn don't get something to do, Tiffany J say just came back from happy hour with my gym partner. It's like a cherry on top seeing you go live. I know that's right, sis. I need to go to happy hour. Listen, I know I'm gonna get me some daiquiri. I'm trying to figure out what flavor it need to be today, though. I don't know. Listen, I was laughing so bad. I was laughing. Couture Bay, I'm serious. I'm so serious. I couldn't believe it. I said, wow. Yes. I'm like, but this is the thing. Like, we not even like this corner over here. This is the grown lady corner. Like, we come over here to be grown. Like, we don't get involved in no foolishness. We over here raising children and grandchildren, looking good. You know what I'm saying? Taking trips with our husbands and stuff. You know, we still doing spring cleaning and making sure that we got mothballs around the house and stuff. And you know, most of the people that's imitating us probably is somewhere not even in a house. You know what I mean? So it's just weird that we real grown over here and we don't bother nobody. Hey, the divine Miss M, thank you for hitting that like button. It was just so strange. Like, who on earth is copying the aunties? What is happening? Now, I know we got a few of our cute nieces over here with us, but y'all coming to copy the aunties? Lord have mercy. Well, maybe y'all make sure y'all behave yourself because the children is watching us, okay? Oh, my sister say get a whiskey flavored one. Just sub everything out for whiskey. No, I don't want to do that. My stomach will be bubbling. Y'all ever see that dude Christian Johnson comedy? He is so funny. When he be like, y'all seen him, he dressed like an old man. And he said, ooh, my stomach bubbling. Girl, my stomach will be bubbling if I do that. Put that sweet stuff with whiskey. When I drink whiskey need to be by itself. Have my stomach bubbling. Hey, Leah, you say you paused from packing, going to the casino. I know that's right, girl. Thank you for hitting that like button. But you going to the casino. Look, play the nickel slot for me. Virgin Love say the aunties are cool. We the cool kids. Listen, let me find out that the aunties is not considered the cool kids. Let me find out. Because listen, I always been at the cool kids table. Let me find out now the aunties is considered the cool kids. What is really going on? What is the deal, baby? What's the deal, Pickle? Forever 21 say, sis, this too much. The obsession is real with the royals. Baby, listen, it's getting creepy. I mean, come on in if y'all want to hang with us. You're welcome. Hey, Vet. How you doing? Oh, my sister said no. She's saying get a cup of whiskey, but call it a daiquiri. Now, you know that's possible, but I ain't got to go nowhere for that. I got that in my house. I sure do. But yeah, but for real, I don't know what flavor to get. And I know I want me some garlic Parmesan wings. That is not on my diet, but I'm going to have them. I broke up with fried chicken, but that don't mean that I can't have, the wings that they're not fried. So I want some garlic Parmesan wings and some daiquiri, like that. I think that'll get me where I need to go. Okay. Y'all, please hit the like button. Cheryl Thomas Hughes, my sister here. Wait a minute. There she go. I almost missed you. Hey, girl. You say time to wind down. I know that's right. That's what we finna do. But we got to talk about this. So as much as my nieces call me to hang out, we must be cool. We got to be the cool aunties. Let me find out. We the cool aunties. Dana say, I'm a baby boomer. We always fly. Tell them again, girl. Liz say, I'm that cool auntie. The babies be asking me to sit with them. I know that's right. So, yeah, that's what it is. So, listen, y'all. I didn't even realize that it was going on yesterday. So, this podcast interview on Bethenny's podcast, Just Be, this happened yesterday. Yesterday. I did not know that she was gonna be interviewing Lanithia yesterday. I had no idea, y'all. I was way behind the time on that one. I did not know. I did not know. Cheryl said today is a cheat a little bit day. Uh huh. I know I'm finna cheat with them garlic parmesan wings. I don't know why I like them kind, but that's the kind I like, y'all. Y'all have to forgive me, but I like them garlic parmesan wings, and I'm gonna get some. Sure am. My hips just gonna have to forgive me. They're gonna have to forgive me and get over it. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Yeah, so that had happened. That happened, child. So yeah, I didn't even realize it went on. I actually found out about the interview between Nene and Bethenny. Bethenny interviewing Nene, but just, much like with Carlos King, it was so much of it just a conversation, which I enjoy. I always like that conversational style of interview, and it was more the same. It was a look. The vibe was different, of course. I mean, the vibe couldn't help but to be different with it being Bethenny instead of Carlos. I think Carlos King has such a intimate, long-standing relationship with Nene. So when he talked with her, it flowed better. I will say that. Bethenny didn't do bad. Hey, DH, what's up, boo? Bethenny absolutely did not do bad. Let's be clear. She didn't do bad. It just wasn't the same type of flow because they don't have the same type of relationship. Like they know each other, but they don't know each other. You know what I'm saying? So it was good to, see that. Sure say feeling like some garlic seafood too, garlic crabs and wing. Oh, yes. Wait a minute. I think you might be on to something. God dog it. Nah, I might need some garlic crabs. Man. Okay, Cheryl, you doing me wrong. You got me thinking about food and everything, and I need to be on this interview that took place. Hey, DV. That's all right. You're not that late. Hit the like button. Thank you. Couture Bay say they aren't close. Yeah, they aren't. They aren't. They aren't. And you could tell in the way that, hey, Papa. You could tell in the way that the interview flowed that they weren't close like that, but they still had good rapport, good banter. Divine Miss M say aunties are cool. My sis has a she shed. Everybody tries to join us aunties. Yes, they always want to hang with the aunties. Let me find out. Okay. But listen, y'all. Listen. So what had happened? What had happened was that the interview took place. Everybody had opinions. Everybody had something to say. I think it was pretty good. I only found out because of Twitter. If not for Twitter, I would not have known. And that's the plain and simple truth. I would not have known if not for Twitter. So shout out to Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Darth Vader, whatever. It truly and honestly and so but in any event, yeah, so let's just get into it. Hey, honey B22, how you doing? Let's just get into it, y'all. Hit the like button, please. Mods, can y'all keep a check on the likes? Hey, Angie, you driving and listening? I know that's right. We finally stopped working for the day. T to the fourth power, Daniel says, I love me some Nene. I just wish she can get back on TV. She deserves so much because they did her wrong. Well, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into it because she wants to be back on TV. She's just not interested in doing the reality stuff anymore. She wants to really act, which is what she really wanted to do from the get. Cheryl says, so true. The cool grandmas, aunties, and moms of my son's friends, they enjoy hanging around me. Yeah, that's how it is. Apparently, honey, they like us so much they biting off our style, honey. It's a little creepy, but all right, babies. Honey B22, my first support of the day. Thank you so much for the super sticker, super chat. I appreciate you. I love you for it. You know, we don't get a whole bunch of support, but I appreciate y'all. Those of you who support this channel, support the different things that we try to do during the year in our communities. I appreciate y'all. I truly appreciate you. Leah says, sometimes I get in good trouble with my nieces. Child, if it's the new Freaknik, ain't but too much trouble you could get into. These kids is boring as hell. Yeah, Nene is an amazing actress. She really is. But look, let's talk. Let's talk, y'all. Let's talk. So part one, because it was a part one and part two. Okay. So part one, it was a whole lot of like getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Okay, it was a lot of that going on. So we heard about Nene and everything, and we did find out a little bit in part one while they were warming up in that getting to know you section. And I don't think it was more or less for Bethenny, but more for the listeners. Okay. Now certain parts I may play some of the audio because I want y'all to hear some of the things. Y'all know me from the horse's mouth, not calling either of these ladies horses, but I gotta be clear. Also, before I go another further, let me give y'all my disclaimers. Okay, my babies just walked in the room. DT, my love is here. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. Get your food and drink, he says. All right, my sweetie pie is in the building. And so is my pretty girl, my Bianca, my baby. She says, happy Friday, y'all. Okay, hit the like button. Get your alcohol. Take your bra off. That's right. Loosen them bra straps. Don't let them cut you. Don't let them cut you, girl. Y'all know a bra strap will take you up out of here. Okay, don't let this be the last time. Okay, but let me give y'all our disclaimers before I get into it too good. I almost made a whole mistake and not did our disclaimers. Y'all know we have to because Crazy from time to time likes to visit the porch with the aunties. Now, we don't want Crazy to visit, but Crazy, if you visit, let me warn you ahead of time, okay? We talk about everybody. Everybody. Nobody is safe. Everybody can get it. Okay, now we can have different opinions about what's being said and the subject of the conversations, but let's always remember to keep it respectful. Tongue and teeth fall out, kin folks don't. So if you got to agree to disagree, do it respectfully, do it with love, crack all the jokes you like. The Reflection Corner is open. We got DT, DS, and all of the D's in the house to make sure that the Reflection Corner is neat, tidy, and filled with snacks. And also make sure if you see someone for the first time that you welcome them to the chat. If this is your first time making a live stream, please feel free to drop FTL first time live in the chat so we can welcome you appropriately because we are happy to have you here. Y'all make sure if I miss anybody, don't y'all miss them. Nobody wants to feel tolerated. Everybody wants to feel welcome. Okay? All hearts are clear. Now that we got that out the way, let's get into this thing. Hey, God's anointed daughter. How you doing, girl? So she's going through the getting to know you portion for the viewers, not viewers, but for the listeners, because it's a podcast. And we hear a lot about Nene's past. A lot of it, those of us who are old school watchers of RHOA, a lot of that we already knew about, you know, her mama giving her to the auntie to raise, and some people knew, some didn't, that her mama had actually went up north and had her, ended up having her in Queens, New York. Okay, so stuff happens, and then it brought her back down south to Athens where her people is from. Okay, and we heard all of that. We did also, she and Bethenny got into the fact that, you know, they had several conversations about trying to work together, and Bethenny has always wanted to work with her. And we got into that a little bit later in part two, the particulars of that. But Bethenny is all she says she's always, admired Nene. She's always seen Nene as the GOAT, as the greatest of all time, and all that good stuff. And they started talking about the reckoning that's going on. And Nene was, she and Nene both were addressing how quickly they responded to Bethenny's concerns, whereas they dismissed Nene's concerns. And the workplace conditions and the cocktail consumptions and all that stuff. And like Nene said, a win is a win. A win is just a win. And this is just my opinion. She didn't say this. In my opinion, I could almost hear in her voice what I perceived to be a bittersweet acknowledgement. Like a win is a win, but bittersweet in the sense that they didn't hear me, but at least they heard you. You know what I mean? And it was cool also to hear Bethenny acknowledge her white privilege in that moment. Like it was very, very gratifying. And not that we need them to acknowledge anything, but it's always good, and it makes me respect people a little bit better when they're able to acknowledge that, yeah, sometimes things are absolutely stacked in your favor. And it's not going to change anything, but it's good to hear it acknowledged by the parties that are benefiting from said privilege. So that was really cool. And I like that they kind of opened up that way. I like that they opened up this conversation like that. That was really, it was just a real good way of opening that door and making it what it was. And a couple things that I did not know. Hey, Doodlebug said this is who Bethenny has always been. Well, I've always been okay with Bethenny. I've never had a problem with Bethenny, so I'm not surprised, Doodlebug. That's right, y'all. Hit that like button. Also, your engagement buttons, okay, on the bottom right hand side looks like an emoji in a circle. Make sure you hit that, sending bubbles up, let them people know y'all in here, and please continue to hit that like button from as many devices as you like. Okay. Ray says, LOL, make sure you remember what Omarosa said, told her full circle. I don't know what Omarosa told nobody. I really don't. And I'm all right with Omarosa too. She just took that man. I ain't like that, but that's another story. Hey, Lady T. Y'all don't mind me. Y'all know I play a lot. I play all day. So in any event, I did not know that Nene went to the illustrious Morris Brown. Shout out to all of the alumni of Morris Brown over in the AUC. Some of y'all know I went to Clark Atlanta over in the AUC. Shout out to everybody who went to school at any of those schools, whether it was Morehouse, Spelman, Morris Brown, or Clark. Shout out to all of us, okay? Because I did not know that she went to Morris Brown, but that's beautiful. I didn't know that. That was something I learned. Doodlebug, thank you so much for the super sticker, my second support of the day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Truly appreciate you. So yeah, I didn't know that. I did know that she was stripping because she told us about that. Said she was stripping over at Cheetah's. And I remember Cheetah's. Said she did it for about 3 years on day shift and had the baby in private school. Didn't know that it was 3 years. Didn't know that to be, like that. But I knew it was while she was a single mama. And, she did let Bethenny know, like, girl, I wasn't ashamed of that. To me, Bethenny behaved like she thought you absolutely heard an airplane, Vita. You did. Bethenny behaved like she thought Nene was ashamed of that. Nene was like, no, I wasn't ashamed. I liked it, and so she let her know, like, girl, I'm the one told him about it on the show. It wasn't no secret that I was scripting. And she was talking about when they did that photo shoot where it was supposed to be like your past life and current life. And I remember that. How many of y'all remember that? That, what I think it was season 2 when Nene brought out the stripper persona and let them know that she used to be a stripper girl. Yes. And so Bethenny was shocked. I heard shock in her voice. Fresh Strawberry said HBCU, Albany State. I know that's right. The Golden Rams. You better let them know. You better let them know. You remember that, Couture Bay? I remember that very, very vividly. And no, Lanithia was never ashamed of that at all. At all. Like she gave it to him, and She let them see, honey. She still had the moves, if I remember correctly. I can't believe only a couple of y'all remember that. Y'all, please hit the like button and share this video. Please and thank you. Okay, and my sis say, and look better than everybody too. Yes, it was always interesting to me, just as a side note, and I'm gonna get back to the interview. It was always interesting to me how they desperately wanted to paint Lanithia as unattractive and, not feminine or whatever. And that girl was giving. She was giving. She gave. And now she really giving. I think she looks now, in my opinion, in her 50s. To me, I feel like she looked better than she ever looked in her life right now. But she's never been a bad looking woman, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. Yes, Couture Bay got your trophy. Yes, because you was right. Couture Bay, you say they gave Kim hell in that episode. Yes, yes. I'm glad you remember. Yes, yes, go on. Y'all know what we have to go sometime. Y'all sing it with me in the chat. Back down memory lane. Sometimes we have to go back down memory lane. We got to go back to where it happened, how it happened, when it happened, so we don't get this thing wrong. But yeah, Bethenny seemed shocked, and Lanithia was like, girl, please, I was not ashamed of that. She liked it. She said that when she wrote her memoirs, that she put it in her book. She said she learned a lot, and she enjoyed that she was in charge of the men. She felt like she could control those men that way. And quite honestly, women, your strength is, that's really where your strength is. You can control them, honey. If you can turn their heads, you can control the situation. But that's neither here nor there. We ain't here to talk about that today. But there it is. I did find it cute when she talked about how she and Greg met, and the fact that she hadn't dated no older dudes and she ain't really like him. Not just didn't like him, y'all. She said she ain't like nothing about him. Not his outfit. Say wasn't nothing nice but his shoes. And said that he was a gentleman and she had never experienced a gentleman. So she thought he was being weird by opening doors and being gentlemanly and pulling up to pick her up. There's a 13-year age difference. I knew he was older than her, but I didn't know by how much. And he told her he was gonna marry her within 2 weeks. He told her he knew she was gonna be the one he was gonna marry. And in 6 months, he had proposed, and a year later, they was married. So shout out to the gentlemen who know how to pull the trigger, because there's some jokers that's been with women forever and still ain't sealed the deal. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. So, basically, Greg is the one who made her a housewife. He took her from working and sat her down, but that she always wanted to be an actress. And I did hear her say that before, that she had took acting classes and she had been going out to what's the thing, pilot season over there in LA. Greg would let her go over there and do that, was paying for her to go over there and do that, and all by herself. And she was sending out headshots and stuff to the agents by herself. And she joined Central Casting and was going on doing jobs as extras, making that little coin, trying to get in there. And that she met Robbie Reed Hughes. Now Robbie Reed Hughes is somebody who is a casting director. And there's somebody who was casting for the Parker's Girlfriends and some movies and other black shows and whatnot. And she ended up auditioning for a part in Fighting Temptations. She said that they really did like her, but they ended up not taking her for the part she applied for, but gave her a job as one of the strippers. I say, God to mighty mo. And so that's how she got a SAG-AFTRA card, because I forgot how many words or something you got to say in order to get the SAG-AFTRA or whatever. But she did end up, and I don't remember seeing her as a stripper in that movie, but y'all know now I got to go back and watch Fighting Temptations so I can see Nene as the stripper, as the extra in Fighting Temptations, because I didn't know she was in there, but now we do. So now I got to go look. Hell, if Kenya Moore is claiming acting credits for stuff that she walked through and waved at people, then doggone it, this is what gave Nene her SAG-AFTRA card, and shout out to her. I thought that was cool. So then she started talking about the fact that she had given up on that completely. I mean, absolutely completely, when she ran into somebody who was telling her about the Atlanta Housewives, but it was supposed to be something called the Ladies of Atlanta or what have you. And so that's when she met with the lady who would eventually with her make history, and that's Miss Princess Batten. And so she said she didn't even want to take the meeting with the lady. Say she dodged her for 2 whole weeks. And when she finally sat down with her, the rest was history. She said the lady called and said, well, who are your friends? Because they definitely wanted to use her. And so she told them about Sheree and Kim Zolciak. Now, apparently, her, Sheree, Bob, and Greg had been hanging out as a foursome. Bob was still playing ball and they would go to the games and stuff and everything. They was cool. But according to her, she said her and Sheree already had been butting heads a couple times here and there before they even got on the show. And we saw what happened on the show with that. And that Kim Z wasn't nobody that was like a good friend, but she felt like the lady was just interesting. And say when she knew her from being in a neighborhood across the street from them. And the neighborhood across the street, and said that they went to the same gym and their child was at the same daycare. But she said Kim kept coming to the people gym, said they had the same trainer at the gym. But say Kim kept coming to the gym, smoking cigarettes with a wig on, them velour Juicy Couture track suits, and say she had a nice car. And she was like, this lady is interesting. And I'm like, child, it was a mess. It was just a mess, and you loved it. Sometimes we like a mess. And say that the producers initially, now this part is what I want y'all to get. Initially, the producers said no to Kim off the rip before they ever seen her because they wanted it to be an all-black cast. Now, this is where you got to really, really take a look at your life sometimes. Nene basically created some of her own trouble, y'all. And y'all know I love Lanithia, but the truth got to be told at times. Nene created part of her own trouble because them people didn't even want Kim. She pushed the issue, pushed for it, pushed for Kim to come. And then they was like, oh no, we got to go on and put her on here. If the people told you they wanted an all-black cast, Lanithia, why was you pushing to have this clear woman on here? Just because you met her and she was interesting and tacky and ignorant. And you felt like that fit in with black. And so you brought her and they took her. And it was like literally you foreshadowed your own end with this heifer. Because then she come on and get preferential treatment because she clear. But clearly this clear heifer wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for you doing what a lot of black women do. But I'm going to let that go. Y'all know I love Nene, but y'all know I also don't bite my tongue for nobody. I don't care who it is, Nene or not. Nene brought some of this on herself. The people didn't even want Kim. And you did what now? Have mercy. Star, you're a alum of Morris Brown. Oh, wow. I love that. I love you for that. Two of my cousins are Morris Brown alums. Well, three really, because one of my cousins got married and her husband is a Morris Brown alum, so he's my cousin too now. Clyde. Hey, Clyde. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Nene brought a lot of this on herself now. You know, we got to tell the truth and shame the devil. We can't lie for nobody. I don't care if we like them. We got to keep it 100, right? Right? Y'all, please thumbs up this video. Listen, mods, I need my moderators, DT, Bianca, Nacho, one of y'all, please get me a like count before I go any further because I took a whole lot of notes and I got a whole lot to say. And I just don't want to work that hard if I can't get a like button. Honestly, if I can't get a like, that's just going to hurt my heart. And I'm going to go drink my daiquiri early. Hey, Destiny, happy Friday. My sis on the phone say everybody love to say Nene never helped anybody. Yeah, they love to lie on her. You know, anytime you're a black woman and your energy is strong and you can fend for yourself and you're self-assured and you're not falsely modest and phony and full of crap, people love to pretend that you ain't never did nothing for nobody. Oh, so really it's 25 people that don't care enough to him give me a like button? It's 25 whole people. Right, Vet, that's that cookout mentality. She had that whole cookout mentality, and look what it got her. Black folks need to stop that. Thank you, Couture Bay. I appreciate you. But seriously, if it's 25 people that feel like I'm not worth the like, then I need either the viewers to go down by 25 or I need them likes to come up. Because right is right. Right is right. Yeah, Dana, I'm a Nene fan all day, but Nene brought this on herself thinking like a lot of ignorant black people. Y'all, please like this video. Help me out. Now, I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm going to take it on faith. But y'all, please do right by me because I wouldn't treat you like that. But listen, so that happened. They ended up taking her, whatever. She said her and Kim was cool, but they wasn't close. She just, this lady's interesting. She's funny. She's tacky, whatever. So they got her on the show. And so she was talking about the fact that thank you, Clyde, that when her, Sheree, and Kim, when they had fallouts, like that was real stuff. Like they was really falling out in real time in front of the cameras. And so she was talking about that the season with basically saying like seasons 4 and 5, she said she felt like that's when stuff started getting fake. And she said not everything fake, and she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. Hey, Patricia Robinson, thank you for hitting the like button. You're not that late, girl. And so she was talking about, how she had some real lows on the show, and the fact that the season with Dr. Jeff, she felt ganged up on. And I remember that season as well. And I think she was ganged up on. Hey, Rochelle. Okay. And so let's go to part 2, because I didn't take every single word down because they said a lot of words, but I got all the key points. And on certain points, like I said, your girl may have to resort to playing audio because I want you to hear certain things for yourself. But we ain't got there yet. So we get to the closet incident. And I'm so glad she addressed that closet and gave us more insight, because there were things that I did not know about that closet. It was a lot of things I didn't know about that closet incident. For one, I did not know that the day before the closet incident, Greg got admitted to the hospital. That's when they first got the official word that the man had cancer. 2, I did not know, nor did any of us, that she didn't even want to film that day. They had planned that bi-week party or whatever, but she didn't really want to do it. Hey, Niecy, the beautiful and gorgeous Niecy Rose just slid in the door, y'all. Hey, sis. My sisters are beautiful. She didn't want to go through with it. She didn't want to film. She didn't want the people in the house. But she said the producers insisted, because it was supposed to be one of them all cast scenes where the whole cast was supposed to be there. So they was pushing the issue. They wanted it to happen like that. Said that she had told them ahead of time, well, y'all can come in my house or whatever. I don't want nobody in my closet. Keep everybody out my closets or whatever like that. So she told the producers that. Then, y'all, she says that the producers then went and told the girls to go in her closet. So literally, she told them, like, this is what I'm going through. My husband just went to the hospital. He's been admitted. They officially told her he has cancer. I'm trying not to film, but y'all insisting. I give in and say, okay, cool. Y'all can come in my house, but just keep everybody out my closet. And then they turn around and tell the girls to go in the closet. And the fact that you had a Candy Burris that had the audacity to be grinning like, well, I want to see this closet. I just want to see this, because you always bragging on your closet. You catfish look. Oh, shut up, Shanitra. But that pissed me off. So you mean to tell me all this time these whores were fully aware of what this girl was going through? They knew she wasn't even up to filming. They told them to go in the closet. And you know the lady didn't want you in her closet, and you up here grinning, pretending like it was just like a thought that you had, like, oh, I just want to go see this closet she bragging on. Really? See, this is the type of stuff that make you really just see how dirty people are. Hey, Trina Taylor. People are really dirty. People are really freaking dirty. Matter of fact, this wasn't even one I had planned to play the audio for, but I'm going to play this audio. Because it irritated my soul. And the camera guy said he was laughing the whole time. And like Bethenny said, if it had been something else, he'd have sued her. Because she got more bread than him. And ain't nothing of the kind went on. Because at no point did the man feel like he was in no type of, situation. He hadn't been assaulted. Nothing like that had even happened. But they turned it into a whole freaking thing. Y'all, these people are nasty. Like, they nasty in real life. They really are. I want y'all to hear this for yourselves. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. They so dirty. And it's so funny because even after they tried to vilify her, she still never just put it all out there. She should have, though. Couture Bay said, yes, Candy played like she was innocent. I always said she was a liar. Big one. Big one. That's why she was so church this season. When Drew said she lied about this, I guess she said, this the one time I wasn't lying. You ain't going to call me one. But that's all right. Let me get this. Let me cue this up because I want y'all to hear it. Hold on.
This scene as if it come with your own natural hair. So that was the party I was throwing.
Oh, I remember.
House.
Yep.
And my husband just got admitted to the hospital. We were really down about Greg going to the hospital. He had cancer. They just told us that he has cancer. He'd been going back and forth.
Fried and
yeah, he had been going back and forth, and we didn't know what he had. Right. So they admitted him. I told production.
Hey, Jacob.
I don't think I should have this party. Well, they were gun home to having the party because it was an all-cast scene. And they'd already planned for all the girls to be at my house for this particular scene, right? And so I was like, I don't think this is a good thing. They said, do it. I called Greg. I want to know how he felt. Can I go ahead and do this thing? Because they're really pushing me to do it. He said, fine, do it. I said, we all have a producer that's assigned to us, right? And I say to my producer, listen, you guys can film. I just don't want anybody to go into my closet, right? They promised me no one would go into my closet. And I'm telling you,
because you said it. Because you said don't touch, like to a little kid, don't touch that cookie.
They told those girls to do it. And they were telling them to do it at a time when they also knew that I was at my lowest at that point. They knew that Greg was in the hospital with cancer. And they knew that, honestly, we probably shouldn't have done that all-cast scene at my house.
Mm-hmm.
My husband is in the hospital with freaking cancer dying. Like, why are we still doing this scene? Who doesn't care about how I'm feeling right now? The craziest thing is after that whole scene happened, I get a call. Do you think you want to take a couple days off? No, bitch, I should have took a couple days off before the scene.
Now I got to clean up a mess I just made.
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad as it looked. I think they tried to make it look bad, but it wasn't that bad. So the guy who had the camera is a big ass guy, right? And I grabbed his t-shirt, but the way they put it out to the world was made it look as if I did something to him, like if I beat him or hit him. I never hit anybody ever since I've been on the show as a housewife from day one to this day. I never hit anyone. It was all of these reports about she hit the camera guy, and then there were reports about she fought Kim. Okay, where?
So let me stop right there because I wanted y'all to get all of this. And let me say this for the record. This is why I may not just, despise Portia, but that's why I'm never going to really like Portia. Let me be very clear. I'm never going to just really, really like her. She's pretty. She's gorgeous. Her shape is to die for. The heifer's bad in every way possible. I'm actually very happy for the bread that she has procured for herself, but I'm never going to really like her because Lanithia is the reason why you still had a job when tramps like Kenya Moore tried to get you fired after provoking you into sliding her. And you had the audacity to go along with these people and try to go into that woman's closet when y'all knew what the hell she was going through. And then to turn around and lie talking about, I'm scared. She broke my bill. I'm scared. Lying. I'm never going to like Portia behind that. That was dirty. And what Candy did, talking about, I just wanted to see the closet. It wasn't no you just wanted to see the closet. Them people told you to do something nasty and you did it because that's the type of tramp you are. That's who you are. But anyway, I'm going to get back to what I heard, but I wanted y'all to hear that for yourselves. Okay? And so Nene went on to then say, after telling about all of that, the fact that, they tried to make it look like more than what it was. And she went on to say that, every time the brown girls do something, it's elevated. She said, y'all clear girls is over there pulling hair, throwing drinks, breaking glasses, y'all pushing on each other, shoving Andy down, flipping tables, all this stuff. And all of that is excused. But a black woman pulls somebody's shirt and says, y'all get out of my closet. It's got to be elevated to the 10th power. It's way more than what it really is. And she didn't say this, but I'm going to say it. What I find disgusting is that black people fall for it and black people join in on the vilifying of other black women. But that's neither here nor there, because y'all know first and last, black people are very anti-black woman, and that ain't nothing new, and y'all know it. That ain't nothing new. Okay? Hold on. What you say? Trina say, didn't they say they broke his teeth and Marlo told them to go in there also? I don't know whether Marlo said that. I think Marlo said something like, yeah, them your friends are go on, let your friends in your closet. That's what she said. That's what I believe Marlo said, because we got to tell the truth on people, or one of y'all can go find the scene and play it back and get the exact wording, because words mean things, and we don't want to start no rumors that ain't true. But I believe she said something to the event, something to the effect to Lanithia, go on, let your friends in your closet, or let your friends see your closet, something like that. But if somebody wants to go on Peacock or something and run that episode back and get the exact wording, I would be very, very grateful, because what we not gonna do is what other people do to us. Plenty of people love to sit up and lie on black women, especially when you got a mouth on you. They'll lie on you in a minute and say you said something you didn't say. So if somebody wants to get the exact wording, now is the time. Help yourself. Even if you want to email it to me later, I'll take that. But let's always live in the truth, because we got enough liars. We got enough liars. Okay? However, I don't know that. You need to go and get the exact wording from the exact episode, because I don't remember it just like that. So we're not going to just say, oh, no, she said no. Unless you can swear on a stack of Bibles, and I'm not sure you can. You need to go grab that episode and listen. But anyhow, moving right along, they covered that. And then Bethenny talks about Nene's social media presence, and the fact that she says she feels like, and this is her opinion, and I agree to a certain degree, yes, to a certain degree I don't, but she says she feel like Nene a lot of times has taken the bait. And I feel like over the years, Nene has taken the bait. I feel like Nene has gotten better with taking the bait and responding to everything. But I think Bethenny was trying to allude to the Carlos King interview, because she mentioned that, but I don't think that's the only thing she was talking about. But what I will say is this basically the same thing Lanithia said. He asked questions and she answered. Bethenny was like, oh yeah, but if you answer, they're gonna take it and go with it, and it's gonna keep going. Like at the same time, like Nene say, nobody wants to see Nene not be Nene. Nobody wants to see Nene Leakes do an interview with Carlos King and not answer questions. Nobody wants to see Nene Leakes do an interview with Carlos King, him ask questions, and she give beauty pageant answers. It's not gonna happen. Nobody was looking for that. Nobody. The people who want to see Lanithia, they want to see Lanithia be Lanithia. So I agree. That's why I say I agree partially with what Bethenny had to say, and then partially I don't, because I feel like over the years, there's definitely been some times where Nene should not have responded. She ain't bad as Cardi B, but who is as bad as Cardi? Cardi is the worst. Between Cardi and JT, they got to be the worst at responding to people on social media. But she has had some moments where I feel like Lanithia really shouldn't have responded, and she did. There were times where I feel like it was fitting. It was fitting. But as far as the Carlos King interview, I don't know why Bethenny felt like that was the time when Nene shouldn't have said nothing. But yeah, I felt like Carlos asked the question, answer the question. Hell, ain't no point of her pussyfooting around them heifers, because every chance they get, her name is in their mouth. Nene say what you got to say. Bianca said, exactly, sis. I need to go see this interview. You do. It's on the matter of fact, let me send you the link. That's what I can do. Matter of fact, I'm going to post the link in Discord. Those of you who are in Discord, the link for Bethenny's Just Be podcast has just been posted, and you can listen. There are commercials. You can listen for free, but there are indeed commercials. Bianca, I just sent it to you personally too. Okay. All right. So it was like I said, I got it both ways. Bethenny was funny. She was like, "It's like you trying to kill every bug in Manhattan," and I'm like, "Yeah, I got you." I thought that was a cute analogy, cute way to put it. But they kind of parted on that one because it's like Bethenny got where Nene was coming from. Nene got where Bethenny was coming from. I think they both made good points. Trina said, and then she told Nene, "Those are your friends," and those are your friends. And yes, I do stand by what I said. I watch reruns on Peacock all the time. And she said to old Nene, "Those are your friends." And yes, I do stand by. I said, no, I need exact wording because you're not giving me exact wording. I did hear those are your friends, something about those are your friends, let your friends go or something. That's not the same as telling them y'all go in there. And that actually, if we're gonna be all the way real, that's a moot point because they were already going in there because they had been told by production. So why am I even engaging in that? But honestly, if you want to get me the exact wording from Marlo, that would be awesome. But that's neither here nor there. Production told them, instructed them to go in that woman's closet, and they agreed to do so. So that's it, and that's all. Bianca said, "You always have my back, sis. Thank you. I was so caught up with work that I missed it." That's all right. I got you, girl. Gossip is my business. Ray Ray say, "Ooh, I want a sausage link." I'm done. Everybody talking about food, and I gotta gossip. Okay. So, anywho, moving right along. So that happened. Um, Nene did point out the same thing that I think a lot of us see, which is that like she the way she worded it was, "I'm so heard," and it was cute to me. That was a cute. That was a cute moment, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I felt like it was a cute moment. I think it was a cute moment because there was a lot of comparing contrast between the black girls and the non-black girls on Bravo, and it was just a real cute moment of black girl, white girl conversation and how we can say certain things and we just get what we're saying. And it was cute because even though it was a friendly conversation, it was, a lot of camaraderie there. And they have understanding of different, of what goes on within that company. Like they got a lot of common ground. But in that moment, Bethenny just could not pick up on how we speak. And it was so cute to me. And I loved it. Like it was cute in a good way, and I loved it. There's very few moments like that you'll hear me say I love, but I did love that moment. I thought it was adorable. That Nene was like, "I'm just so hurt," and then it was cute. Also, not only that Bethenny didn't catch it, but that Bethenny was like, "What you mean?" And Nene did at first didn't even really know how to make her understand it. And I think that's so indicative of how we speak as black women. Sometimes when we speak into each other and how we speak to each other and how we communicate things, we don't have to define it. So I guess it could be weird having to try to explain something that during with a conversation with us you would never have to explain. And I think that also illustrated the magic of Nene Leakes because Nene talks to everybody like she talking to us. And that's what makes it so cool. You know what I mean? It was the black girl who was so relatable, so real, so much like the rest of us. And she did it in public when the rest of us really only dared to be that way when talking to us. Um, okay. That's great, Trina. And still, like I said, and I stand by this. Why on earth am I engaging in this? And I'm gonna ask you, why are you engaging in this? We're not talking about Marlo. We're talking about the fact that the producer sent them and they went. What Marlo said while they were already going under her breath is inconsequential. And I promise you, I'm not being funny. I'm just being real. We ain't talking about that. Oh man, Bianca Edwards, thank you so much for the cash app. She say for the daiquiri fund. I love my little sister. She say she gonna make sure I get a couple of drinks today, and I'm gonna get them too. Yes, I'm just gonna get them. So it was like I was saying, it was a cute moment, and it was cute to see Nene try to explain, like when I say something, everybody is listening, and I knew um exactly what was what she wanted to communicate, and I understood it without her having to explain it. But it was cool. It was super cool that it was super cool that Bethenny was like, girl, explain that. I don't know what that means. And then he did her best to try to explain it. And the way I took it was like everybody else can have something to say and they're not glued. But the minute Nene opens her mouth, the whole world is listening. It's like the old E.F. Hutton commercial. So I knew what she meant when she said, I am so heard, girl. I'm so heard. And then when Bethenny finally got it, she jumped right on in there. I said, go on, Bethenny. Bethenny said she gonna keep up with the girls today. Bethany said, oh, okay. She said, yeah, because they looking for it. I said, you better tell them, Bethany, twirl your neck next time. Next time, twirl your neck when you say it. Because when Bethany said it, I could tell her neck wasn't twirling. But her neck should have twirled at least 120 degrees when she said, because they looking for it. I said, that's right, Bethany. Say it like that. Say it like that. And next time when you say looking, take the O's out, put a U in. They looking for it. You got to get in there. But Bethany jumped on it once she caught it. I said, all right now. And so she was talking about, because everybody's so competitive. It's like the Hunger Games. And she was like, and it's not real because women can't have good relationships. And that is the bomb. I'm glad she said that women can have good relationships. If we're going to be honest, the royal family is an example. My good girlfriends are an example. You know what I mean? Like women have good relationships, but in that environment that they have fostered between the housewives and on the different franchises, even from city to city, across cities, it is a very toxic and unpleasant environment. I like that she used the Hunger Games because they all act like they're competing for tribute or something. Like, what is this about? Yes, Nisi, a neck twirl would have sealed the whole thing. That's all Bethenny had to do was twirl her neck. Oh, Cheryl Thomas, thank you so much for the Cash App, sis. All right, she said that's her contribution to the daiquiri. I appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about. Love my sisters. Mm-hmm. Love it, love it, love it. Let me get back to where I was because I be having stuff pulled up on my screen and then it be moving out the way. It be moving out the way. So, anywho, back to this. So then they got into, the different jobs that Nene has had acting, and the fact that she's had acting jobs and the fact that she's had acting training, and that's where she really wants to get into. They talked about that she's been on Glee, the New Normal. She did Chicago the musical, Zumanity in Vegas. She was on Cinderella on Broadway. Like, she really been doing her thing. And she said that, at a certain point, she thought she was going to be able to kind of segue into acting. And it didn't work out like that. Life don't ever work out like you think. It just don't. Life be lifing. Okay. Y'all, please like this video. And don't forget to use your engagement button on the bottom right-hand corner and send up those bubbles. Now, they got into the contract talk because Bethenny wanted to understand, why did you decide? Now, this is where it gets good. Let me see if I can cue this up because y'all got to hear this from Lenithia's mouth. This was another time where I was not going to play the audio. I wasn't. But something tells me that I need to play this audio. I just want y'all to hear it for yourselves. I just, there's some things in life that I can repeat and I can just report my notes.
My producers are here to tell you.
And then there's other times where I feel as though y'all need to hear it from the person's mouth.
So there was a lot of different.
Was the audience turning on you?
Hold on.
Now I gotta clean him up. He was in that van that they were saying, right?
Hold on.
Wasn't that big of a deal? Who's responding to it? Like you trying to kill every bug in Manhattan? No, but like no, but you can answer it without.
So heard.
But it's oxygen, and then they're gonna say it back. It's like a silent tennis match. They're doing that because they're kissing the housewives. Like you're still doing housewives, but you're also.
That's what I was going to do.
Hold on, y'all. Oh no, what did I just do? I done messed up. Hold on. Okay. Because I really want y'all to hear what was going on. from her, because I'm not, y'all know I can tell it right, but it ain't gonna be right.
What was that whole chapter about? Because I was just watching.
This about the contract.
Thoughts in leaving were, okay, it felt like I was being phased out. I didn't understand why I was given less and less episodes. And I was asking, why am I given less and less and less every season? And everyone else is getting more. And I was constantly being told by the executives in the offices that I was unhappy. And I don't know how you tell a person they're unhappy.
Like you were reading unhappy on the show, I guess they were saying.
I guess. I think
was the audience turning on you?
I don't feel like the audience was. I feel like the audience have always loved to hate me. I think they've always had a
love to love you.
Yeah,
and
love both. A love and a hate relationship with me. Both. We love her, we hate her, we love her, we hate her, we love her, kind of like that.
So you felt like you were getting demoted and iced out of something that you started?
Of course. And again, I go back to why. And I'm the only original housewife on the show, and all the other original housewives on their shows are white women, and they're all given full episodes.
Ooh.
And I'm the only Black original on my show, and I was given less.
Ooh.
I've been given 6, they're all given 18. Why? And the only answer you can give me is you to tell me that I am unhappy. How do you know I'm unhappy? Are you inside of my body?
Well, how can you negotiate with them when they're demoting you and you're trying to get a certain amount of money, but they have all the leverage? Like, what was that whole experience like? Like, what's going on?
The experience of when I got the call to say,
what season was that?
Like 3 seasons ago.
13 or something, somewhere like that. I forget
like
what it
13,
was.
I think.
I want y'all to hear all of this.
12. I feel like.
Let me pause it for a second, because y'all about to hear some foolishness. Y'all about to hear some buffale. So I need you to zoom in, turn your volume up, pay close attention to the words that are coming out of her mouth. I want y'all to hear this. Listen up. Listen up.
Like, this was a very important time in Black lives. It was Black Lives Matter movement. I'm an original housewife. I should be there. This is an important time. And I was basically told, flat out told, we need you to sit out this season, is what I was told.
But that's like what they did with Dorinda with a pause. She was drinking a lot the season before. She seemed, I guess, very angry, and she was unhinged. And so they like give her a pause. There are these arbitrary decisions that are like, you're now a friend, you're off, then you come back in. Like, it's very, it's the realm, the head of the realm, Oz, and I guess Oz is Andy and Bravo, are moving all the pieces around in the franchise and deciding that Ramon is now a friend, Luann's a friend, but you get to come back in. Phaedra, you did something terrible and said that Candy was
drugged.
What
did I do terrible? I need to see what that was.
Phaedra?
No, me.
Oh, no. I'm saying, but that's how I'm seeing that. Like, they're moving all these pieces on the chessboard. So now you're a chess piece and you're being moved out. It's your turn to sit out this round.
Listen up, y'all.
So you said, no, I'm not coming back at all. I'm done. I'm out.
The final decision came. I said I was going to take the 6 episodes, is what I said.
You did.
In the end, I said, I'm going to go ahead and take it, right?
Was that because of finances? What was that reason?
Not for finances, I don't think. At that time, no. It was because my team was saying, do it. My husband was saying, you're great. When you get on the show, your 6th episode will probably turn into 10 or 15 because, you're great. You're going to be great. You're going to be fine.
But that must feel very sad for you. Like, started it and you're like Nene Leakes and you're very popular and everyone loves you, and now you're being demoted and like you're in the corner.
I think I didn't understand why it was happening. And in the end, the reason I made the decision that I'm not going to be able to take these 6 episodes, it was during the Black Lives Matter movement. I got on the phone with the executives and they wanted me to come for Candy, is what they said.
You hear me? Listen.
We want you to get Candy.
And what does that mean?
get her. I mean,
but what was their reasoning and what did they have on her?
I don't know.
She's
It was.
the idolized.
I think we had maybe some issues, maybe the season prior to, and they wanted me to make sure that I confront her and I address her and all that stuff. And I said, no, I really don't want to do that. This is Black Lives Matter, and I don't want to do that. And I didn't do it. I felt like it was Black Lives Matter. I should have been there. They were trying to push me out of time that was very important in the Black culture. And also, they wanted me to appear. If I appeared that season, they needed me to argue with Candy. And that was not something I wanted to do.
So you made the decision to leave the show. And how long after that did you?
So let's deal with this first. See, this is why, in case anybody was wondering why I sit up and just pray for Bravo's downfall, this is why. Lanithia had a very, very good point. A very good point about the fact that and during a time when everything is focused on Black unity, Black solidarity, Black people standing together, moving together, protesting together, even rioting together, burn everything together. You want to make the focus of the show about the strongest personality going after somebody who's not as strong, but also a Black woman. And when she wasn't okay with that, oh, we need you to sit out this season. We just need you to sit out. We need you to sit out. Are you okay? Are you okay? So now let's think about this. This is where Nene's big heart gets on my teeny tiny nerve. Yep, that it absolutely makes sense why Portia cussed Nene out. Not Nene cussed Candy out. It does. But now, this is why Nene's big heart be plucking on my teeny tiny nerves. The same Lanithia who was fully aware that Candy was willing to go and try to incite a situation in her house by going in her closet the day after her husband was admitted to the hospital and diagnosed with cancer. She was willing to do that to her, but this same Nene wasn't willing to go after her, and confront her and go get her for these people, because she knew it was a bad look for the culture. It was a bad look for the people. It was a bad look for her, for Candy, for all of them. And so she chose not to do it. That's really, her heart is too big. Her heart is too big. Her head was in the right place. Her heart was in the right place. But it's just like, Lord, have mercy. And I'm going to tell you why I know she telling the truth. Y'all ready? I know she telling the truth because look what's happening on RHOA now. If you doubted it, if you ever even wanted to doubt it, come on up to the table because everything's out in the open. Okay, let's talk about it. What's going on now? They just spent the entire season setting the dogs after who? Candy. She literally was still hanging around when they wanted to get her. They wanted to get her. They wanted to penalize Nene for complaining because she had, I guess in their mind, she had been complaining too much. So we're going to show you, we're going to give you 6 episodes, and I'm with Greg, Lord rest his soul. They was going to have her there and, of course, parlay it into more. But we're going to do this to penalize you, but now you go after her because we need to get her. They've been decided they was going to get Candy. They were just late getting to her. That's all. They were just late getting to her. Now we see. This mess that they doing to Candy, this started all the way back there. I knew it was something fishy about the way they was going after Candy. I knew it. Jacob said what disgusts me the most is that Candy benefited greatly from all this. She did. But now she's sitting up here crying like a billy goat because these people they're able to go after her again. They only got derailed for a minute. That fool probably thought because Nene didn't do what they wanted them to do to her, that I escaped. I lived off of her bones and ashes. I'm fine. Like she talking like she did after Nene did the interview with Carlos King. She up here prancing around in front of a door with your name taped on it, talking about she's still here. Girl, barely. Look how they treat you, though. Look at all the crap you got to take, though. You got to be the punching bag. You got to be the doormat. You got to be the whipping boy to stay there. Ooh, Candy Cruz, baby, your skin thicker than mine. Yeah, Nisi, Bravo can burn all the way down. That's why your girl is anything I watch on Bravo. Trust me, it's a hate watch. I go out of my way to pay extra subscriptions to make sure that they can never get not one rating from me, not one. And I mean that. Hey, Brett's doll. Yeah, Couture Bay, we saw them text messages. We sure did. Yes, we did. I've not forgotten. Ms. Knox say Nene wouldn't do it to Candace, so they got Marlo to do it. Bingo! Because Marlo is that type of girl. She'll go work for them people. Even when she, you know what I'm saying? Nene knew they was nasty, but Nene wasn't willing to do it to him. Marlo, like, I know you're nasty. I like money. I do it to you. And that's what's going on. And y'all, again, I feel vindicated. Did I not say from last season what I told y'all? Marlo is the henchman. They sending her after Candy and Kenya. I said it. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember me saying that. And I said it again this season. Now we find out from Lanithia, they been wanted to go after her. Ben. I feel vindicated. Now I know for a fact I'm not crazy. They did send Marlo after them. They tried to send Lanithia and she wouldn't go. Brat's doll say she forgave Marlo for doing that though. Marlo for doing what? Why are we talking about that? I'm talking about what's, listen, y'all got to stick with what's happening, man. And why are we talking about who Nene forgave? Nene done forgave everybody. That's the one thing about her that irritates my nerves. She always forgiving everybody. Ray say, now that's a piece that's a piece to the puzzle that makes sense. Thank you, Lanithia. Yes, God. Because I was sitting here, I say, I am vindicated. I knew it. I knew what I saw. I knew what I saw. I can always put the pieces to the puzzle together if you put enough of them on the table. Couture Bay say, when did that dungeon party? When she did that dungeon party, they were over Candy. I think so. I think so. I think so. Lord have mercy. This is crazy, y'all. I knew I was right. You know, like I like, don't get me wrong. I know I know I'd be right about stuff, but this really let me know that like I really be right. Like not even play. Trina, thank you for the cash app. Appreciate you, sis. But yeah, I knew I was right. Angelica say then Candy had the nerve to sit and do a Black Lives Matter special with Bravo after they wanted you. Girl, Candy Cruz. Candy doggone Cruz. Hey, B Sting, say this makes sense. They probably told Candy to come after Nene after that season 12 reunion too. Yeah. Yes. They did not want two successful Black women being on the show and doing well and coexisting and being pleasant. That ain't what they wanted. They wanted them two Black women to be clashing. They wanted them clashing and fighting. They do not want... I don't know how many different ways they got to do it and how many different ways people like me got to highlight it to y'all. Bravo hates Black women. Bravo likes to use Black women, but Bravo hates Black women. And all they want to do is show you in the most degrading and low-class light that they can. That's why they keep bringing all this sexual stuff and making it sleazy and low down and dirty. And that's why they want the fighting in the Discord. They trying to show Black women in the dirtiest light they can. I'm telling y'all, they doing it. I see the ones. Y'all remember I said it right. Okay. Vet say you've been telling us that. Okay, I'm telling you, I gave it all I had because I saw it. I saw it. The way Marlo went in and went after Candy and Kenya from the season before and this season that just ended. The way the season before, it was like it was scorched earth. It was like she was dropping napalm like doom, doom, doom. I say, God dang, she ain't tell no lies. Don't get me wrong. They dirty as hell and they deserved it. Don't get me wrong. But it was just the way she did it. It was like no holds barred. It was, it was spare no one type tactics. And then this season, it was still a concerted effort. And I felt like her and Sheree worked together. And then she was more strategic this season. Like, they get themselves riled up, and she sit there and look at them like they crazy and let them do themselves in, screaming and cursing and screeching and stuff. And she just look at you like you're crazy with her hands behind her back, because she was sent to get them. She was sent to get them, and she got them too. And she got them. Candy sat up there at that reunion. That's the most upset and shook up I've seen Candy at a reunion, especially the way Sheree did her. I said it. T to the fourth power said, I wonder if Candy had something on them, and that's why she's still there. I just hope she isn't on season 16. She ain't gonna leave that check. That check gonna have to leave her. Look at my baby talking about stuff. Right about what? I just got here. I was right about the fact that I said Marlo was sent to go get Kenya and Candy, because Nene just told that they tried to get her to get Candy, and that was during the BLM stuff, and she was like, I don't really want to do that. And that also created a bigger problem between her and them people. Bravo has an agenda against Black women, and ain't nobody gonna convince me otherwise. Miss Kaiser so say, okay, you driving and listening, I want you to quit typing, because typing and driving don't go together. Be careful. I don't want to hear no stories about no car wrecks. Hey, Tara Hill, girl, where you been? Cheryl said, yep, Marlo and Sheree conspired against Candy the entire season. Honey, I'm not going to say Sheree did the entire season. I'm not going to say that, because Sheree had a conversation with Candy to give Candy a chance to stop her mess. And Candy kind of bought that trouble between her and Sheree, because Candy kept speaking on that girl business, saying things that were unpleasant and unflattering, and bringing in her team to say the stuff that she didn't want to personally say. So she kind of bought that trouble. But I'm just saying, like, the fact that Sheree wasn't going to join them with the team up against Marlo. Instead, she was like, no, I'm going to just sit over here and I'm going to work with her. I think Sheree knew, who was doing what. And I think that's how Sheree got that first chair, too. I think Sheree got that first chair because she was willing to do what Boss and them said and just go along with Marlo, and whatever Marlo say, you just kind of stay out the way. Because that's what, in my opinion, that's what we saw Sheree do. Kind of focus on the trying to be, let's heal and awareness and love and namaste and all that bull crap. You just stay out the way and focus on that, and healing the group and all that bull crap. You stay out the way and let Marlo move how Marlo move, and let them do what they do, and don't you join in with nothing they say. And that's what Sheree did. That's what Sheree did. Sheree stayed out the way, and I think she was rewarded with that first chair. Now, that's what I think. Lord, my sis said Candy caused Portia to go, and now she got this dry, mature folk Max after dark. Ooh, Candy smutted this show up. Dungeon and my mama and baby daddy stuff. Yeah, about right. Angelica say, if only she cared more about OLG restaurant than Drew's lies, then maybe she wouldn't have got a seafood inspection again. Angelique, I want you to slide to that reflection corner. You the first person of the day. Why you telling that girl food inspection rating? Trina said that's been from the beginning when Candy took over the song that Kim and Nene picked for Kim. They X Nene out and Kim X Candy out in the end. I'm not sure what how that ties into this, but they went after Candy and they going after her again. Now they got somebody that's willing to do it, got a mouth to do it, and willing to do it. So now, again, I feel as though I have been vindicated and y'all heard it for yourselves. Okay. Now, Nene did say that her complaint is still ongoing. Okay. And up to this day, nobody from Bravo has reached out to her. Phone call, email, text message, carrier pigeon, smoke signal, or talking drum. Nothing. And part of her stuff, of course, was about Kim Zolciak and the fact that Kim got preferential treatment. But as I said, and I stand back, Nene, as much as I love and adore Lanithia, like really love her energy on TV, everything. Nene brought this on herself. The people told her they wanted an all-black cast. She insisted on this lady, even after the producers said they didn't want her. She insisted on her. You got her, and now you can't, in my humble opinion, in a legal sense, you can, but in a morally justified sense, you can't complain about what you insisted on having. And what I mean by that, and don't y'all all come after me at the same time. If you do, that's fine. I'm gonna get in the matrix and I'm gonna just duck. I'm gonna do a back bend. But in my humble opinion, you cannot create the situation and cry about it. You know, you live in America. You know, America is built on racism. You know that your black behind will never be treated fairly in comparison to a clear woman. Why in the hell would you then fight tooth and nail to bring a clear woman on a show where producers clearly told you they wanted an all black cast and then expect to be treated fairly with this clear woman? You asked for this trouble. You created this trouble. Does that make what the producers and what the production and the execs did any less wrong? No, it does not. It's still just as bad. It's terrible. It is egregious. It is inexcusable. But did Lanithia play a part in creating her own hell? Yes, she did. Because she should have respected what they told her they wanted. And you definitely should not have brought somebody into the situation as though you are a baby and you're unaware of how things work in this country, in this piss pot of a country. You know how things work. So why would you create that situation for yourself and those other black women on that show? Nene put not only herself at a disadvantage, you put every other black woman on that cast at a disadvantage, and the people behind the scenes in a certain level of danger just by having that clear woman there. Lanithia, you did that. You did that. And I don't believe she did it maliciously. I don't think she did it intentionally, but she absolutely did it thoughtlessly because she had an affinity for this clear woman. And she did it thoughtlessly. Her mind was not even there. Her mind was not even there. I'm sorry. That's honestly how I believe. Angelica said that was crazy. How Nene said she was on the phone with Vicky from Orange County. We ain't even got there yet. Why y'all do me like that? You know I keep everything in order and I don't go all over the place. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. You know that ain't my style. That ain't no secret. So then Bethenny went to talking about Andy's baby shower, and she said she didn't go, and she feels like that's when things really changed at the network. So Nene talked about when she feels that things changed on RHOA. Bethenny kind of dug into, that's why I say this was more one of those conversational style interviews where you could really, get a lot out of both parties. So she was saying that she felt like things was really changing at Bravo, at the network, during round about the time of Andy Cohen's baby shower. And then we find out that Nene, Kyle, and Vicky was the ones that did the baby shower and put the money up for the baby shower. Bethenny said she wasn't going because she knew it was going to be a bunch of behind kissing. She said kissing the ring, but we say kissing people behinds and trying to fit in and wanting to sit with the cool kids type crap. And pretty much that's what it sounded like went on. And if I can draw y'all's attention and y'all know where I'm about to take you, if you know where I'm about to take you, go on, sing it with me in the chat. Type out the line in the chat. Where am I finna take y'all? Let me know. Back down memory lane. A whole lot happened at that baby shower. If we go back down memory lane, that was where Giselle and them sat up in front of Candace, and she repeated it, that they was plotting on what lie to tell on Monique Sanders, including trying to lie and say that her son didn't even belong to her husband. See, a lot went on at that baby shower. And it looked like to me that Bethenny Frankel was very smart because she knew not to carry her behind up and through the baby shower. And the people was drunk and dancing on tables and doing all type of foolishness. See, it was very smart of her to stay her behind up out of there. Let me find out Bethenny had a mama that was something like mine. Because Bethenny had sense enough not to carry her hand up in there. Okay? And so I thought that was very interesting. And basically saying that she heard that the girls that was kind of new was like doing the most, trying to fit in with the girls that was OGs or whatever, trying to sit at the cool kids table. That's really, really what it was. Really what it was. Okay. Yes, it do make sense now, don't it, Niecy? A lot of mess went on. And that's why I say Bethenny was right. A whole lot changed at that network after that darn baby shower. Ray Ray says so much happened at his, yeah, so much, so much, so much, honey, so much. So look, so look. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Then they went to talking about, Andy's relationship with Nene. And so Nene was like, we wasn't good friends, but we was cool. I felt like we were more than just colleagues. We done hung out together. We done had drinks together. And that was very loaded in my opinion, because I seem to recall, and I don't know if y'all do, but I seem to recall that it was reported, okay, that he got in a little trouble for fraternizing when it came to Lanicia. So y'all done did more than just hang out and have a few drinks, sis. Now I wish you would come on and tell everything. I mean, you did at one point when you got mad at them. You went to talking about their business and whatever. Mm-hmm. Him and Wendy Williams. I never forget that. And but yeah, she did mention that, and they were talking about that he fit in where he fits into the equation is at the top, and he the one moving everybody around the chessboard. Okay, now he done been a development exec, the VP. Now he the talent. He's still an EP for the housewives and different things like that. And we're gonna get back into that later. But yeah, so they was real good. So they know each other business. They know each other business. If you ask me, I feel like that's why Andy's so touched, because he know Lanicia know his business. I'm just saying. So then Bethenny went to get more into what her issue is with Bravo, and that not only about the conditions and the union and all like that, the fact, hey, Dr. J, what's going on, sis? But the fact that, they likenesses is being used and they ain't getting no money for it. And, all these episodes is being sold to streaming platforms and they making all this money, but ain't none of the money going to the ladies whose likeness that you keep selling and reselling. Bethenny says she was all the way in Australia and her whole body was on the back of a bus for some platform that was like a streaming platform that was selling past episodes of Housewives of New York, where she only made a little over $7,000 for the episodes, and they making all this money. And so she was talking about that her and Andy came in around the same time, and she feel like he don't really like her at all, that they just been kind of dealing with each other. And she said that she started talking because she felt like, hell, who am I protecting? Me keeping quiet ain't protecting nobody but him, and he sure ain't been protecting me. I said, ooh, Bethenny, come on then, come on through. So both of them was basically like, child, I don't think he never liked me either, and that's just what that was. And then Bethenny went to talking about the fact that he get to ask the nastiest questions, and then no matter how they answer, they gonna get ripped to shreds. Which she had a very good point, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Let me see if I can cue that up, because I want y'all to hear what she had to say about that for yourselves. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I told y'all it was a lot.
At times it didn't feel like it. Sorry, but then it looked like it, but then sometimes it didn't feel like it.
You meaning the public is thinking that I'm his favorite, but the way he's speaking privately is not. Likewise, that's what I'm saying. Likewise, and I know I've known how he feels about different people at different times, and I don't know. Again, it's back to the reality reckoning, which we're now going to get into. For me, and of course, I bit the hand that fed me, and now it's so convenient that I'm talking about this and all that. But I left. I left twice. There's no confusion. All the receipts. Yeah. I left twice at top dollar, and I didn't bring this whole thing up because I wanted to do a show. I walked away from my show, and I have the receipts for that too. I walked away from the show that I was going to do because I didn't want to get into business with that production company, and I didn't want to go into this sphere, and I didn't want it to be like Housewives. And there was no big plan for the reality reckoning. I was just thinking about the reunion and the strike, and I thought, what the hell? And one day I woke up and said to myself, I go to Australia and no one told me that there's my entire body, just me, on the back of a bus. And I'm excited by that, but I shouldn't be excited by that because they're promoting a show on Hey You Australia that's got episodes of me from 15 years ago. But I made
Okay, so you heard that, but it's another part I want y'all to hear. Hold on. I want to make sure I get this one for you.
So I'm thinking, I don't think he likes me at all.
Here we go.
Playing this game for all this time, and one day I decided to just not be afraid and open my fucking mouth because the only person I was protecting in that whole realm was him, and he hasn't been protecting me.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. It's me you're looking for. Yes, girl. Hello. That's like you've been asleep this whole time. Hello. Hello.
Did I just like crack open like a fucking pinata? Did I just say it, like,
no. I feel like
well, no,
Hey,
wait,
no,
Chris.
you didn't go 100. You was about 80
just now.
and I think that you're right.
Well, no, I
think that everybody that's in this position, I think at one point you feel or you think like, am I his favorite? Am I not? I kind of feel the same way you do. I don't think he ever liked me.
Ooh.
like down deep in.
Yep, he never liked none of them. So y'all heard it. Hey, Chris Siggles. So, and I agree with him. I don't think he liked none of y'all. To be honest, Andy's a user. He's a user. But hold on, there's more. Hold on.
And that's just a fact.
I want to get to what she said.
Housewives have gotten asked back. They've come back. They've come in. They've come out. You chose to leave.
I chose to leave for him.
Hold on. We know she chose to leave. Let's get past that.
So when I think that you're burned up, just wake up one day and just say, I love you. I am black. It was never, you guys never got the same treatment. You just don't get the same treatment. They protect you. They don't protect me.
So we're in this gray area where it's not an actual workplace, and the reason that you don't, right? So okay, so now, so you leave, you file the complaint, and that's when.
Dang it, I can't pinpoint it. I wanted to get it so bad too, y'all. Y'all don't know how bad I wanted to get that moment because baby, Bethenny went in. She really went in, but it's hard to catch it because it was so many gotcha moments during this interview. But basically, she was talking about them questions that he be asking on Watch What Happens Live and how, like, basic. In my opinion, it was. I didn't mean for y'all to hear it. I had it turned down. Tara and Yvette, y'all trying to make me play the lady whole thing, but basically what she was saying was, in my opinion, that she was saying who is quote unquote giving him these questions. He just asked all this nasty stuff, and then they get ripped to shreds for weeks on end. And it was one question in particular that he had asked one of them ladies' mamas, and I wanted y'all to really hear that, but you might have to just go listen to the podcast to get it. They talked about how, they're not protected after saying certain things, and Tara here talking about I'm nosy. Yeah, y'all trying to make me play the lady whole podcast. I'm not trying to do that. And so Nene was like, child, they didn't protect me ever. And she was like, y'all can do things that I can't do financially, and do the finances, skin color, and everything. We can't do the same things. And so Nene went to talking about that she got text messages and emails as proof of all of her complaints over the years, which she said that before during her lawsuit, that she has proof of all of her complaints. And to me, that's very important because there were so many people who vilified this black woman, and these were black people doing this. Oh, she only complaining now because she gone. Like, no, number one, she chose to leave, and she been complaining the entire time. Y'all just didn't care because you're worshiping clearness, and you're anti-black woman. Even though a lot of the people talking were black women who are and we know that black women, a lot of them are anti-black women because look what happened with Spice. This non-black woman called a black woman a monkey, and you still got black women trying, some of them ignorant enough to try to support and defend that. There's no defense for that. But I digress. Bethenny asked her, like, do you feel like you still standing alone because the media is shifted and now it's getting recognition. Now they're having to do things, and Nene was like, she still feels alone even after the media shift the narrative a little bit. She still feels alone. Bethenny talks about the fact that she wanted to do a podcast, not a podcast, but a show with Nene. And every time she went to do it, it got shut down. She wanted to do something called Ebony and Ivory and wanted to go like cross country, like in an RV, like do like a reality show and just get their different experiences on tape, and she said every time she tried to do it, it got shut down. Say that, they would tell her, oh no, we can't work with her. And Nene was like, basically, they retaliated against me, which they did. Bethenny said that, after she spoke out against them, there were certain people that told her that, they was afraid to work with her because they thought the people would retaliate against them. And mind you, it's not the same thing. I understood that Bethenny didn't get it, but you can't expect people who never experienced something to understand your experience, if that makes sense. But she just didn't get it. Somebody saying, oh, I'm afraid to work with you is not the same as I can't work with you. They told me that you can't work. Like, that's a whole different thing. Nene said she didn't work again until last year. And that NBC basically blocked everything she wanted to do, and that the agents told her that everything was just closed up, and that they put all kind of narratives out on her, that she was difficult to work with and whatever, and we never heard those stories until then. Now this one I did want y'all to hear. I got the timestamp marked, so let me get it. Hold on, because this one is important. I don't want you to miss this. Hold on. Hold on, me turn it all the way down, because some of y'all be like, I can't hear it. Y'all be wanting me to turn it up when I ain't supposed to turn it up yet. Here we go. Listen.
Well, you're different. I'm not being hired by somebody
different
else.
At this point.
Yeah.
But there's so many examples. Let me just say, let me just use my closing the computer as an example. So I closed the computer as an example because we were doing our reunion show.
What does that mean? I closed the computer?
We were doing our reunion show from home because of COVID.
Oh, okay.
So we were all on computer at the time. I think we were the only franchise that did that. And I closed my computer, as in I walked off of the reunion.
How long ago?
2019.
I want to get past that because that part ain't where I want to be. Hold on. We got to move this along.
My kids.
Here we go.
The contract they gave us, something happened with their falling out.
Okay, let's go back. All
do
right.
Whatever they do. I'll give you an example. I just thought of something.
Here we go.
I remember Vicky Gosselin saying that she had an issue. I can't remember.
I'm going to run it back because I want you to get it.
To make my life miserable. Why can't I feed my kids? Why are all the white women able to do whatever they do? I'll give you an example. I just thought of something. I remember Vicky Gonzalez saying that she had an issue. I can't remember everything now. I remember there was something. I think somebody pretended like they had cancer. Maybe the girls were after them about that. Cancer. And then she ended up being like off the show. And then I think she had she was supposed to be on the first season of the new show that they do called Girls Trip.
Right.
And she was mad with Andy and Bravo about the contract they gave her. Something happened with their falling out. Because she had fallen out with them. And she spoke to an attorney, and I know that for a fact because I was on the call when she spoke to the attorney about...
Hold on. We got to stop right there. She said Vicky spoke to an attorney, and I know because I was on the call. So Vicky done went and got legal counsel against Andy and Bravo. Wait a minute. Why is the narrative not then Vicky hard to work with? Vicky is bitter. Vicky nasty. Vicky is out to get them because she couldn't get what she wanted. And then two, why is Vicky invited back to work while you blacklisting and blocking, actively preventing this black woman from working even for other people? Child, look, I wanted y'all to hear that. Did y'all hear that? Because I heard that. Did y'all hear that? Were y'all listening? Were y'all listening? Because I heard that. I'm just saying. But yeah, like she said, because I don't know if y'all heard it or not, but I sure did. The treatment is just different when they black. The treatment is different. She mentioned them trips and them being on sprinters and all that good stuff. They talked about the wage differences, and Bethenny made more than Lanithia, even though, it's arguably said that Lanithia probably contributed more to Bravo than Bethenny, but she made more money. I'm just saying, I don't know who is on crack and calling my phone at this time, but you clearly not going to be answered. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting about the money. So, they was in the millions, she was getting more than $1 million, but Bethenny got a little bit more than her. Basically, Lenithia says she would not have changed anything. She stands by everything she did. And basically, how long can you mistreat somebody before they say enough is enough, which is a fair question in my opinion. But she pointed out, like, hey, we only talking about the black and the white stuff and the difference because you said let's talk about it. She said, but basically, as long as something gets done, it don't matter who gets it done. So again, I sensed bittersweet in Nene's voice, like, it would have been nice if they listened to me, but the reality is I'm black and they're not gonna listen. So if you can get it done, I'm glad somebody got it done, which I can dig. Bethenny was shocked that Nene never even got a phone call from them people. I don't know why she was shocked, but she was. She's like, basically what you want from them. And she was like, you want to work with them again? Nene said, no, I don't want to work with them no more. She said, but there's a lot that I do want, and I believe they can do it, including unions and fair treatment and stuff, And she then went on to say that they were, both of them went on to talk about the different streaming platforms that are streaming the shows, and they're not being paid for it. And Nene broke down what's going on with all those gifts and memes of her that are floating around. Now, this is something I didn't know. There was a company that made all the memes and gifts of Nene Leakes, and that company was sold for $400 million to, I want to say, did they say Facebook, Instagram? I forgot who they say bought it. But Bravo is the one that made all the money from those, not Nene, and it's her face and her likeness. So that was crazy. Nene made a very good point. I think she said something similar on Carlos King, but I want y'all to hear it from her mouth because I'm never going to do it justice at all. Give Me Shelter says Nene was the highest paid Bravo talent before she left the franchise. No, absolutely not. Bethenny was making more money than her, and they both just acknowledged that. Bethenny didn't try to negotiate more. She was making more money. Nene said that out of her own mouth. Now, I got the recording, but I'm not finna run back and play it because I'm about to play something else. But no, that's not so. She was the highest paid on Atlanta, but she was not the highest paid, period, because Bethenny was making more than her. And they just talked about it. Jacob said Nene must have heard your speech about letting your teammate run the ball. If you can't get it there, a win is a win. I hope she heard it because it's the truth. It's the truth. If I'm the bigger, faster, more threatening player and everybody's got a target on my back, it only makes sense to pass the ball. Don't mess around and get a loss for the team because of ego. It don't matter if you the bigger, the better, the faster, the stronger, the better. Pass it. If this one over here can get it through because nobody sees them as a threat, pass the ball. Just pass the ball. And that goes for everybody. Sometimes you got to use your head for more than a hat rack. But I want y'all to hear this here. Hold on. Because Nene had a very good point, and I feel like that's exactly what is going on with these shows, and especially Atlanta at this point. But I think it's going on with all of them, really. I want y'all to hear this as soon as it finishes queuing. Why did I do that? I have such a bad habit. Like, are my fingers that out of control? Is that what's going on? Like, y'all, I will literally...
My producers are here to tell you
be pressing something and end up pressing the wrong thing, and I don't mean to. And I don't know why I'm like this. Why am I like this? Why y'all let me act like this? Oh, that's my nephew. He said, Auntie, I keep your nuggets in my pocket. Always right. Yeah. Sometimes we got to see the bigger picture. It's not always fair. But it's always real. No, it's not because Vicky didn't actually sue. It's because Vicky is not black. That's why. Because even if Nene had backed out and did not actually sue, they were still going to treat that black woman actually the same way. Because before she went and got legal counsel, they were actually retaliating and and penalizing her just for complaining, reducing her episodes down to 6, and gave her the reason that she was unhappy because she made complaints. So if a complaint can get a black woman penalized and her pockets touched, how can a white woman contact legal counsel and they know everything about it and nothing's done? So it was absolutely because she was black and has nothing to do with her not actually suing. Nothing at all. Like, that don't even track. That dog don't hunt at all. Like, for real, sis, no. I'm trying to get this last little piece because this is the last little piece I'm going to play. But this really and truly gives credence to my theory. Again, because I just like, I like feeling like I'm not the only person that thinks or sees what I'm seeing with these people. Because they are, in my opinion, they are diabolical. They are truly diabolical. And I feel like everybody pretends like they're not. And I think that people do that because they want to still partake. They still want to be entertained by things. And I think for a lot of people, being honest about what people are actually doing, it takes the fun out of it. Like, now I can't really just enjoy myself because you feel guilty because you're taking part in something that's awful.
Said that they are ready. You can call them. I can give you the hot top. Is a systemic problem. It's great that they said, we're sorry that, we're going to get people a psychologist and that we're going to look at alcohol consumption. But what they need to be saying is the whole industry can't be exploiting our content on streamers that we never even knew would exist. I never knew Hey You was going to come in Amazon and Prime. And
we don't make $1 off of it. Well, not even $1, 1 penny. And I'm probably more mean than any housewife ever.
I agree.
My memes are everywhere. And some of the memes I don't like. Nobody gives a...
And it kills you. You're watching TikToks of you, and you're not getting paid.
I'm watching people with pictures and memes of my mouth opening and closing, eyes opening and closing, head turning around. And it's really fucked up. And you don't get 1 penny.
And Bravo's still making money off of that.
A ton of money. And the company that I think created the memes sold for $400 million to, I think,
Let's go, because we talked about that.
Suffering. The girls don't look entertaining. They just don't look like housewives. I thought when we were on the show, the women were more like higher. I don't know. Everybody just look.
It's boring.
Not only is it boring, the women, who are they and where did they come from and why are they sitting on this show?
Do you think that medium has died? I mean, is it a soap opera now? Is it Days of Our Lives?
It is.
Where it's not. It's just tired now, and it's on the way.
I think so, and I think, like you said, it's like a dinosaur now. No, it's just
tragic.
It's just old.
Do you think that they choose people like you and I who had challenging upbringings and like wounded birds to come in and be in this medium because it creates drama and we're all a little effed up in some way?
No,
so we're
I think they chose us in the beginning for whatever the reason was, but we became so big, we became bigger than the show. And I think that they don't want women on the show who are big. If you notice, to me, all the women who are big and who are popular, they figure out how to get all of them off the show. And they leave the girls who are boring and mediocre because they are not a threat. And they're mediocre. Put it like that. But all the popular girls, are the hot girls, are the girls that everybody like, they push them off the show. You're too big and you're overshadowing other people who would like to stand in the front.
So
I said something similar to that, and I agree. And with that being said, I'm going to make this point. I believe she's absolutely correct. I do believe that's why we're getting the likes of a Drew Sidora. I do believe that's why we're getting the Sonia Richards Ross, which I like Sonia. I love her family. I don't like her mama or her sister, but I like her nuclear family, her husband and child and all that there. But she doesn't have a big personality. People like Drew Sidora, Drew Sidami, sitting up there tucking her neck like a turtle. She doesn't have a big personality. There's no threat to the network of her becoming larger than life. There's nothing about her that's larger than life. She been acting since Disney, and she still ain't. She ain't made it to large yet. But I do feel as though that's why people like Kenya Moore right now are in danger because Kenya has a fan base. She has stan culture on her side. Let's be honest. Kenya has stans. She got people that love her so much she can be wrong as two left shoes, and they will come in here, argue us down, and chase us with machetes if we point out how wrong she is. Candy is another one. She has her personality is whack as hell, but she's been around long enough that she does have some stands. She does have that fan base that I think that Bravo feels like is a little bit of a threat to them. They don't want you to have that. They're more comfortable with a Marlo. That's a more marginalizing character that people can easily turn their nose up at and attack. Like they don't see her as a threat to becoming larger than life or so big. Does that make sense? I think that is exactly what they're trying to do. And I think they're trying to do it for a bunch of reasons. One of which, they don't like black women to seem like giants because they are, I mean, let's just face it, like everybody dwarfs in our presence. But that, and the other one is financial, it's economics. If you become massive, gargantuan, bigger than the show, larger than life, if you become synonymous with the show or the face of the show, then we got to pay you through the nose, or you can walk off and take your fan base, especially after what happened with Lanicia. Because she walked off and a whole bunch of us left. I don't think they're trying to do that again. And I don't think they want to feel like they're being held hostage to pay a certain amount of money, even though they're making buckets. They don't want to feel they don't want to feel like they're held hostage to that. But on the flip side, you get rid of all the big personalities. Now your shows are garbage. Congratulations, clear folks. Lord, give me shelter. Say Drew Sidora's greatest talent is lying to herself and to the world, because that heifer can lie. She can lie for Africa. She can. I think this is real live what the plot is. But the plot, like, this is a two-edged sword. You may not be held hostage to salaries because they're not the big personalities. They're not magnetic. They're not charismatic. But they're also not bringing in the ratings. So, there's that, Bravo. There's that. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Look. Say the bigger you are, the more you're worth. Yes, but they don't want to pay what they're worth. So for them, it's like they would rather bootstrap it together with a bunch of nobodies and nothings. And, that way they ain't really got to offer them no money. But the flip side is nobody wants to see that. And some of us, like myself, who are so dedicated to hating them, I'm going to make sure that you don't even get one view. Not legitimately for me. It won't be on your streaming platform. It'll never be on cable. I will make sure that you never get a view from me, because that's how much I dislike them. See, when I don't like somebody, I'm dedicated. When I don't like you, I'm dedicated. I mean it in my bones. And Nene got on my nerves talking about she can't be forever mad. And listen, I'm being facetious, but I'm being for real. I can't stand how nice she is. And it's bad because people paint her out to be a dragon or the big bad wolf when she's none of the sort. And she's talking about that she still ain't mad at Andy and he don't have a forgiving heart. He ain't got nothing to forgive you for. He sat up there with Wendy Williams talking about you and your family and speaking disparagingly against y'all when you call him an old racist and her an old cokehead. You did what you was supposed to do. You came and did exactly what you came to do, and that's what you should have did. And the only thing I wish is that you had a little bit of Florida in your blood and you got real disrespectful with that big leg trollop and that coked out whore of an Andy Cohen. I wish she had got both of them real good. So ain't nothing for him to forgive. And I'm mad at her talking about she can't stay forever mad. She don't hold grudges and this and that. Nene too nice. And y'all know I've always said that about her. That's my biggest pet peeve with Lanicia. She too doggone nice, and she always forgiving people and letting them come back around her. You do me dirty, you stay the hell away from me. Now, I might not stay mad, but you better stay far away from me. And I mean that. Ian say, what's up? They gonna lose money trying to hoard money. Say it again. You got to give something to get something, but they be trying hard. Tara Hill laughing at me. I'm for real. I ain't that type of girl. Like, I'm not gonna hold it in my belly like acid. But I can promise you, I'm never gonna forgive you and be like, oh, you can come around. I'm gonna throw a party. You invited. You invited to the graveyard. I'll invite you to a septic tank. But you ain't never coming around me, baby. You can forget that. You can forget that for the rest of your life. We'll revisit your forgiveness like 3 days before your death. When they call me and you on your deathbed, then we can revisit it right about then. Pray for me. That is not my strong suit. Yeah, Beast thing, she forgives too easy. She make me tired forgiving people. Like, who are you? Trying to be one of the 12 disciples. Girl, stop that. Stop all that. God darn it. And even if you want to forgive them, can't you forgive them Negroes from over there? Can't you forgive them from cross town? She want to forgive them and be right back being nice and inviting them to lunch and buying them. No. If you're not one of my children, if you did not come out of my belly, please understand that's not how forgiveness work with me. That ain't how it work with me. Forgiveness is I'm not, for me, forgiveness is I'm not actively going after you. I'm not ever gonna do nothing to you, but I ain't never finna do nothing for you or with you. I'm not eating a piece of bread with you. I'm not drinking no water with you. I wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire, and I would step across your dead body. Now that's the best I got for forgiveness. Mimi say I hold grudges forever. I ain't gonna grudge, but I'll sure pretend you wasn't never born. I will pretend your mama never had you, and your mama and daddy never met. I'm just saying, Nene make me mad with that. She always want to forgive some goddamn body. Always, every time I turn, let's move past, child. I can forgive you from cross town, from over yonder way. Don't come over here with that forgiveness stuff. Forgive me from over there, and I'm gonna forgive you from over here. Don't come around here, because what you'll never do is get another shot to do the same thing to me twice. That's what you won't do. Jacob said, I pray Bethenny gave Nene some business knowledge on launching her own lane. They can't cancel what they didn't give you. You better say it again. You can't cancel what you ain't hand me. I like that, Jacob. Tara Hill say, my sister is an Aquarius and she don't forgive things from decades ago. That's why it's hilarious. I love her. Yeah, us Aquarius is like that. Girl, look, I remember what you had on in 3rd grade when you stole a pencil off my desk. Don't slide up on me. Forgiveness and now let's eat a cupcake or something. No, hell no. Hell no. Not today, not tomorrow, not never. Hell no. Now I'm put the stream y'all in the chat in case y'all had something to say. Bianca running it back through there. But I'm gonna say this: if y'all ain't got nothing to say, I'm finna go soon because a negress is hungry. All right. If y'all ain't, I'm is. If y'all ain't, I'm is. Okay. A negress is hungry around here. If ain't nobody got nothing to say, if all hearts are clear, I done said what I wanted to say. Mimi say it's a Florida thing. It might well be. It's possible. It's possible. You know what? That might be what it is. That might be some of that good old Florida culture, Mimi. Yep. Because and you know what? You might be right now that I think about it. Because I know a lot of the people I grew up with were like that. The ladies that raised us were like that. And it's like, we ain't mad at you no more, but don't come around here. Like if your children come around, we're not going to mistreat your children. We're going to take note of who child it is. And we probably going to go out the way to be extra, extra nice to your child. Because that way we don't want you to think we mistreated your child because we don't like you. But when we don't like you, we really don't like you. No, you get on from here. Go on. Give me shelter say, as an Aquarius, this is so true. I can remember events from when I was 3. It surprises the heck out of my parents to this day. Yeah, we don't forget too much now. I might forget what I was supposed to cook this evening, but I ain't gonna forget much else. Yeah, girl, I'm gonna get me something good to eat. I sure am. Well, look, y'all. If, like I said before, if all hearts are clear, your girl is finna go. Your girl is finna go. Tara said Nene just knows she do dirt to forgive others for theirs. Yeah, you can ask forgiveness and give forgiveness, but you cross town. And I ain't never seen her do no dirt, but we all need forgiveness. Everybody give it, but I'm gonna give it from cross town. You just not finna come around me no more. Ray Ray said, yeah, I think a lot of us are waiting for Lanithia to launch her own. Yeah, get your own. The hell with them people. Because I don't know. I don't like the idea of people being able to jerk no chain on me. You're not going to control what I say, how I move, how I act, how I react. None of that. None of it. But look. Y'all, I'm finna go. I love y'all to pieces. Y'all know I do. I love y'all like a piece of fried chicken. I love y'all like a smothered pork chop. I love y'all like a pot of oxtails. But I'm finna go. I am. Because y'all ain't got nothing else to say. So you know what I'm finna tell you. Please, 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 if you don't mind, hit the like button on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. Hit your notification bell and make sure you click all so you'll know every time we go live over here on this good porch. Okay, hey Helene. All right. Also, subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed, because we will be very happy to have you. If you want to join channel membership so we can celebrate your birthday, so you can participate in our virtual events, like our third annual Masquerade Ball that is coming up on October 14th, where the theme is Birds of Paradise. Hit the join button beneath the video or the membership link in the description box. Also in the description box is the link for our Royal store so you can get Royal Family merchandise, get your tees, your hoodies, your tank tops, your water bottles. We got onesies for the babies. Also in the description box is the link for my wish list in case you want to send me a snack. And I did update the list with brand new snacks. So in that case, with all that being said, I appreciate you guys. Hey, Charm CC. Hey, Renee. I'll talk to y'all later. I love you guys. And remember, if nobody else says it, God loves you. I love you. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Talk to y'all later. Bye.